All right, so we're starting to do this live video kind of thing we got going on here. I'm Travis from JeepFreeks. The first thing I got to tell you, we got a couple boxes of calendars left. So, you know, they're $6. If you order anything from JeepFreeks.com, we'll just give you one for free. We want to do this to kind of make some announcements, plus give you a little bit of information, good information for, you know, being out there wheeling and stuff. We're going to keep it pretty light. Probably, I don't know how, we've done a couple of these shows just to share to our friends on Facebook, and some of them have gone 20 minutes and they've gotten a little bit crazy, but every show we're going to have a different beverage. We're going with Brigham's Brew from Wasatch Brewery for the inaugural, you know, Total Live show. We find this particular beverage goes well with, pairs best with axle swaps because it will eliminate the gear loop taste in your mouth, you know, better than most. And I know that's probably a big concern because I've done that before. But yeah, we're just, we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. We got some announcements we're looking at, got some cool things we're working out the details with for BF Goodrich, for Easter Jeep Safari. We're going to be there. We're going to have a dedicated Rugged radio channel that we're going to get out to you guys, so that if you have trouble out on the trail, you can call us. We're going to have, I don't know, 7 or 8, 9 Jeeps just from the JeepFreeks family that we can come out and help you out. Rugged Radio's been good enough to send us some stuff, some 60-watt stations, so that we can reach out a long ways and get a hold of you guys, and you can get a hold of us. We just want to help out. Some of the times, you know, you get a little bit pinched and need some help, and we're going to be there to help you. So we'll get that frequency dialed in and get it out to you here shortly. But oh, that's good. We did one show with the Kool-Aid. Not so good. I mean, it's Kool-Aid. Don't sue me. It was wonderful. First thing I want to really talk to you about, I think, is shackles. It's something that's come up with me here this last week. We're supposed to be getting a big storm here in Utah, and I wanted to be a little bit prepared, so if I had to go out and help somebody, drag them out of the ditch or whatever. So I got to tell you, a bumper manufacturer sent this with a bumper. It's Chinese shackle. You can tell it's Chinese because it's got some pretty bad casting, and it's not very refined. It's not like a Crosby. But what we were looking at was, you see these people running them all the time on their bumpers, and if you're going to get it to, you know, make it to 7-Eleven and back, and you still want it on your bumper, you got to tighten it up pretty tight. What happens, and I've seen it too many times, where when you finally need to take it off to get a tow strap on or help pull on somebody out on the trail, it's seized. You're not going to get it off. So you end up using somebody else's shackle. One thing, this was my solution, and I've seen a lot of people do it. You just put a rubber gasket against the. Did we ever figure out if that's a hilt?
I have no idea.
The shoulder.
That's the shoulder.
The where the skinny part of the pin ends. Right, you put a gasket or an O-ring right there, and when you tighten it up, it still comes undone, right?
It stays
and it
tight.
stays tight. It stays tight, so it won't come off. I don't like running shackles on, the exterior of a Jeep, because they just rattle. One time I thought I was having like catastrophic engine failure. Actually, we were up. we were up on Mount Logan. I was up there with Matt Oakson and a few other guys, and I pulled over. I was like, there's no way. I thought my motor was coming apart, and it was just my shackles rattling, right? So they came off right then. They've never been back on. Another thing that I don't like about these, and I came from construction. I've used shackles up to 35 tons. When you're pulling on stuff, especially with the kinetic rope, you don't want these things coming at you, flying through the air. And that brings me back to running them on it every day. This thing comes off on the freeway. That's 3 pounds bouncing down the freeway. It's gonna ruin a lot of people's days. That thing it'll run right through a sedan and whatever occupants are in there, I guess. So this brings me back to these guys, Bubba Rope. They sent us some shackles, some soft shackles. The thing I like about these Bubba Rope shackles over other manufacturers is they put a lot of extra coating on them. That won't fit through my Factor 55 hitch link. It won't. It's extra overkill. I mean, you're not going to use a soft shackle that much, where this will slide right through that hitch link that I have on the back of my Jeep. The other thing, and me and Jim and I had a long conversation from Bubba Rope, all their shackles are tensioned. They pull the knots tight before they leave the facility. And I've seen a couple others where
stress test.
Yeah, you stress test them, and it's not something you want to do when you get out into the field. You want to know that's tight. Bubba Ropes, they do a really good job of making sure that when it leaves their facility, it's going to work. Best thing I can tell you is they're soft, they're easy to use. You can hook them on anything. Spence and I have been doing some work around here, and we've had to hook them in through the spokes of a wheel. Because sometimes that's the only point you got, and you could never do that with a hard shackle. So that's kind of, it's almost like I had a hard time accepting these, because I just looked at it, and I come from, heavy civil construction, and I didn't think you could trust that. But after using them, yeah, they're good. I mean, this particular one,
It's 28.
32,000 pounds of pull. This shackle it's got a 4.7 tons is its. This is working load limit 6,400. This one's 40. They're pretty comparable.
But the Chinese stuff doesn't have a standard, like.
Yeah,
it's a loose standard.
I've laid a few of these shackles out flat and doing some stupid things in pipeline. I have a hard time trusting a Chinese shackle. They're like I said, they're made out of old Volkswagens. There's, if you have to have a steel shackle, get a Crosby.
Spend the money.
Yeah, they're not that much more money, and they are worth it. I mean, honestly, we like hosting the videos. We don't like hosting videos where people get really hurt. And this is an area where you can get really hurt.
Yeah.
That comes from a little bit of experience. I don't do as stupid of things with Jeeps as I do with the old construction world, but here's the other side of it. You know, you think about it, right? I mean, that's not really a good idea. How about this? Right? Which one do you want hitting you? I'd probably say the soft shackle. That's just, I mean, that's the way I see it. If you guys go to JeepFreeks.com and submit some photos there, there's a submit button. Send us some photos, you know, of what you use. Throw some questions out there. If you want something, you know, presented, let us know. JeepFreeks.com is where you can do it. You can submit through our social media also.
Gabe says what's up.
Hi, Gabe. Gabe's our t-shirt designer. He's a good man. He's coming up with some good stuff. You need to really, I mean, he's really starting to take care of a lot of the family with the XJs, with, you know, the YJs, everything. He's turning out some great product. So you can have a look at that at store.JeepFreeks.com. Yeah, that's much better. What else? Anything else?
Gabe's already. That's what Rick said.
We're gonna probably do at least one of these shows a day. We're gonna, you know, tackle a lot of stuff. We've got some products that we've been testing. I've been running Casey Highlights for 3 years. Brad was good enough to give us, you know, a full spectrum of product. You know, we got a show coming out with Casey Highlights, Switch Pros, another one. Laura sent us some an 8100 switch system. They've upgraded to the 9100 now. Just, you know, we like to find the best products we can, and we beat them. You know, we thrash them.
We've broken a lot of stuff too.
We've got a lot of products we'll never tell you about.
Yeah.
Because they're not worth it. But, you know, if I mention it, it's because we have beat this stuff to death. It's Switch Pros is one of them. You know, we just got back from King of the Hammers. Saw a lot of cars with the Switch Pro system on them. They're very much just nuts and bolts, make it happen, make it reliable. The only thing I've heard bad about them is Lance Gilbert forgot to turn the sleep mode off. Lance is from Tribe 16. You know, that's the only thing I've heard bad about them. But bottom line, you know, we've got a lot of products to get in front of you, see what you think. You'll hear what we think about them. Obviously, you know, BF Goodrich, I've been working with BF Goodrich for a number of years now, and you know, they took me to Baja last year, and we ran 225 miles, and we beat their tires to death. And you know, I can't say enough good about BF Goodrich. Yeah, we wave their flag quite a bit, but it's because they build a quality product.
We did that before we worked with them.
Yeah, we've been on BF Goodrich
Forever.
for 25 years.
Yeah.
But when they came knocking and said, "Hey, let's you know, do some work with you," you know, we were all about it because we knew that they already had a quality product. A few other companies, you know, Raceline Wheels, Greg and Bruce have been good to us, and you know, we would like to, you know, help them guys out as well. So that's just another company that we know they build a quality product. Greg Mulkey, you know, he's become, you know, one of my best friends. And Greg, everybody knows Greg. He's one of the best guys I know. So we're gonna start, you know, getting these guys in front of you and you know, getting some questions. John Williams from Impulse Off Road is another one. the guy knows more about tires than any person I've ever met in my life. That's something, you know, we want to get out there to you guys so that you can ask him some questions and you can, you know, listen to what he knows and what he's learned. Honestly, between him and Open Baja, or Wide Open Baja, Wide Open Baja,
design, yeah.
you know, those guys have put more miles in the hardest terrain on BF Goodrich tires, and you know, we'd love to, you know, get their insight into how they see the world.
Well, and BFG has said that they go to John for tire.
Yeah, John is the guy that knows BFG better than
BFG.
anybody. So that's one thing. And John's been a good friend of mine for, I don't know, long time, probably longer than he'd care to admit to. But it's another good guy that we're gonna get some time with, and yeah, and he and his brother Nate they're prepping a couple Jeeps for the Mint 400 right now, so they're burning the midnight oil. Talked to Nate the other day, and you know they've been on.
Oh, someone asked when the Cam 3s are coming out.
Cam 3, I think the launch is I'll double check, but I think it's sometime in June. Is the last I heard.
It was from a pretty reliable source, though.
Yeah, it was from BFG. I'll get a. We actually ran the KM3s. We had a full set of KM3s on everything we had in Baja. I beat it. You know, we were on the wide open cars. I hit a rock doing probably 55, 60 miles an hour. Pitched me up on two tires. I knew it had you know, shredded the tire or broke the wheel or something. Come back down, and we were on our way up to Mike's Sky Ranch through the wash there, and come back down. Nothing was wrong. We packaged the car back up and kept going. Really didn't even lose that much speed. It was a surprise. So the KM3s, I ran the KM3s for a couple hundred miles in the worst conditions. There's some of that conditions out there. Jeff Cummings, he explains it best. He says it's like driving over 10 million Legos. You know, if you've ever stepped on a Lego, you know how hard that could be on your feet. You know, and looking at, you know, the terrain that we were on, you could see, you know, that's a very good description of what we were on. So KM3s, I'll get an update. We'll get it figured out. I'll get a date specific. I don't know. Haven't really heard much other than June. So what else? Anything? We good? Get us some emails. Email us over at send it to photos@JeepFreeks.
Or if you have ideas on.
Yeah, if you got ideas, you got beverage ideas. You know, let's kind of make it your show. You know, whatever you guys want to see. You know, we'd like to thank all of you guys. I know I've been behind the scenes for a lot of years building this, but I'm going to start getting out there a little more. It's, you know, we've built to 1.2 million followers on Facebook, and we appreciate all you guys, you know, jumping along this journey with us.
We wouldn't be here without.
Yeah. But again, you know, Jeep Safari, you guys that are going, you know, I know Fernando's going. He's coming from Georgia, and, you know, he's been a friend for a lot of years. You know, a lot of people are going to be there. I'm going to encourage you. You know, if you have trouble, you can get a hold of us. The easiest way is going to be with Rugged Radio. We'll have the frequency. I think we're gearing towards like 169.435 is the frequency we were looking at right now, and that would be just dedicated to us helping you guys. BFG is going to be a little bit involved with some of that stuff, but we can't really talk about it till we get all the details worked out.
That'll be cool stuff, though.
But BFG is always there. I mean, they've been at Jeep Safari, you know, forever, and you know, I've been down there with them for the last 3 years, or 4 years, 3 years. and you know, it's a good time. So I'm looking forward to, you know,
Meet more people. And
meeting people and having some fun, meeting all you guys. We got actually a lot of cool stuff coming out. So
got some projects coming up.
Got some fun projects we got going.
Vehicle builds.
Yep. So, hey, and the other thing I need a sign off.
Oh yeah.
Somebody send me, you know,
Something good.
something's not going to get me sued or in trouble. I don't want to go to Facebook jail. Haven't been there. I hear it's rough. Facebook jail. That's what it is. All right. We're out. You guys have fun. Be safe out there. How many viewers did it get to?
It went up and down a lot. We got like 50. Max.
I want it more than that.
Yeah, what's your first show? It's 9. That's just one of those things. You just have to build your, presence. Towards the end, it started to taper off, but. You gotta keep it. A lot of comments though. It's funny, someone asked where our location was, I'm pretty sure, because you just said location. But then everybody started saying where they were from in the comments. I was like, okay. Guess that's a dialogue.
Yeah, that works. You happy with it? Wasn't